there! Welcome back to the Noah channel. This is our second podcast this week. We are going to be talking about our essay in close reading. I just want to say, Liberty, make it a great week and go have some fun. Peace out.
So today, I have a video clip from Straight Outta Compton that shows police discrimination against NWA, and it shows how racist ideologies back then were as strong.
Nah, you niggas supposed to be somewhere? Yeah, here, we working. Oh, you working? Yeah, I bet. What we do?
We'll find out in a minute what you did.
Shut the fuck up. Get your ass on the ground now. Get on the ground.
On the ground? What's supposed to do with this?
On the ground.
What we do?
Hey, get down. Get on the ground now.
Get your punk ass on the ground. Let's go.
Get the fuck down.
Hands behind your back, interlock your fingers.
It's fucked up.
Interlock them.
As shown in the video, we can see how police discrimination back then was at its highest peak ever. By being a different race and just standing on a simple corner of a street, and police showing up and making you get on the ground just because of your race, that shows true police discrimination against NWA and different races other than white. Now for my second clip of the day, we are going to dive deep into this news channel called The Young Turks, and they talk about how it was a dangerous and violent atmosphere when even screening the movie Straight Outta Compton in Oakland and Compton.
The country are amping up security when they're showing the movie Straight Outta Compton, which is interesting because they don't typically do this for any other movie, but they felt the need to do it for this particular movie. Now, last week, the LAPD actually announced that it was working with theater owners to increase policing at certain theaters screening the film about controversial rap band NWA. The Universal Studios said that it would help reimburse theaters for the cost of extra security. Okay, so I want you guys to understand something. It's the movie theaters themselves that are screening the movie that want the extra security. And Universal Pictures, of course, wants to help them out because they don't want to run into any problems with the theaters not wanting to show the movie. So I don't blame Universal for that, but I definitely blame the movie theaters because if you think about all of the different theater shootings that happened, I mean, it happened at Trainwreck, which doesn't really have a lot of black people in it, just keeping it real.
It happened at Batman.
Right.
And he is the Dark Knight.
He is the Dark Knight.
Okay. And you know why? Because mass shootings are often done by white folks, right? Now, it doesn't mean white folks, there's something about them that is inherent or genetic, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. It just happens to be that way in this country, that it's disproportionately white people. But people are unfazed by facts. Yeah. They're like, no. I don't care how many movie shootings happen in white movie theaters by white people. There's a black movie coming out about rappers. We're going to go ahead and police that, make sure everything's fine.
And some people might make the argument that, hey, you know, NWA, there was a lot of gang violence. I mean, it only makes sense. But all these other movies that are blockbuster hits usually have either a lot of sex or a lot of violence. So you can't play the violence card as an excuse for why this is happening.
It's not like Batman didn't have violence.
In this video, it shows that racist ideologies still going on in the world today when it first began back in the 1980s and 1990s when NWA first came out. And that Sony Universal movie productions is still a big part of why it's still going on by upping security at local movie theaters in Compton and Oakland, California, just because of the screening of this movie. This truly shows that racist ideologies is still alive and it's definitely not going to be going away. Thank you for watching this episode of Noah's channel and why I talked about racist ideologies happening today in America's society, happening all over the world, even in the US to begin with, and how it sparked back in the 1980s and 1990s with NWA, and how it's carried over to today's society, even at simple movie theaters and watching the movie Straight Outta Compton. Thank you, and have a great rest of the week.